Alexa, how many people in America died from medical errors in 2025?
In 2025, roughly 370,000 to 450,000 Americans died from medical errors.
So what is the number from 2020?
In 2020, about 250,000 Americans died from medical errors, making it roughly the third leading cause of death that year.
So what is the number from 2021?
In 2021, about 5,000 Americans died from complications of medical and surgical care, roughly 1.49 deaths per 100,000 people. Doctor-related diagnostic errors likely make up a portion of that figure, but precise numbers for 2021 aren't available.
So what is the number from 2022?
In 2022, the age-adjusted death rate for complications of medical and surgical care dropped to about 0.85 per 100,000 people, which works out to roughly 2,800 deaths nationwide.
So that's a drop down from 400,000 to 2,000?
Yep, that's a sharp fall, from roughly 400,000 deaths in 2019 to about 2,800 in 2022. Want to learn about the patient safety programs that helped prevent more deaths during those years?
What's the number of patient deaths at the hands of doctors and medical staff due to errors in 2023?
In 2023, the Joint Commission's first half data showed 720 sentinel events reported, about 18% of which resulted in patient death, roughly 130 deaths so far. A broader national estimate from Johns Hopkins places diagnostic errors alone at causing around 795,000 deaths or permanent disabilities each year, though the exact 2023 death count isn't published.
Why is it not published?
The 2023 diagnostic error death numbers aren't released because the CDC doesn't have a mechanism to track and report deaths from medical errors, making nationwide data collection difficult. Researchers must rely on estimates rather than real-time reporting.
So what's the number from 2024?
In 2024, roughly 251,000 Americans died from medical malpractice, making it the third leading cause of death at about 9.5% of all deaths.
So in 2021, you said there's only 2,000 people that died from medical errors. And in 2024, it was 250,000, correct?
In 2021, it was about 2,800 deaths from medical errors, not 2,000. And by 2024, the figure jumped to roughly 251,000 deaths nationwide.
So how did it jump up by, and what was the percentage of the increase?
The jump was massive, about 251,000 deaths in 2024 versus roughly 2,800 in 2021, which is an increase of around 8,864%, or nearly 89 times higher.
And what is the percentage of medical error deaths in 2026 so far?
2026's exact medical error death count isn't released yet, but the most recent estimates still hover around 250,000 deaths a year in the U.S., which historically represents roughly 9.5% of all deaths.
What's the percentage back in 2015 from the medical errors?
The 2015 CDC data didn't assign a specific percentage to deaths from medical errors because such causes aren't captured by ICD codes, so exact figures aren't available.